Well, hello, my friends. I am here with Erika Overturff. She's the artistic director and CEO of the American Midwest Ballet. Always love chatting with you, Erika. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
So I love this. First of all, I love this time of year for so many reasons, but for especially American Midwest Ballet, you're kind of kicking off the season. You announced it. When do you typically announce your season?
We announce it usually around the close of our prior
Okay.
season.
Yeah.
So in the spring of the
Yeah.
season before, but then we're selling season subscriptions and then the single tickets open.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's just first start off, because what year is this for American Midwest Ballet?
It's our 14th
Wow.
season for the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just tell for some of the people who aren't familiar with the history, tell us a little bit about the history. It's always good to get a refresher because I love this story.
Oh, thank you. Yes, so I was actually a dancer with the former professional ballet company that was here, and sadly, we learned that that company was folding, and so wanted to save professional dance in the region, and banded together a group of dancers and our early supporters, and with a lot of passion and drive, kind of built the company from the ground up. And we're so grateful now to be in our 14th season. We joke that now we're like going into high school with the company. And, it's been possible through the hard work of many people, but also just really phenomenal support from the community.
Yeah. And where do you perform at? Because I know that's kind of changed or expanded. So, yeah, where do you perform at
Well,
typically?
we're very lucky that we have a home base here at the Hoff Family Arts and Culture Center. If you haven't had a chance to see it, you should definitely check it out because it just has so much to offer the community. It's located in downtown Council Bluffs and it's a state of the art performing arts center. So there's a theater, the community theater performs here, also a local orchestra. There's a kitchen council, a food kitchen. There's art classes, pottery classes, dance classes. So there's just really a lot to see in this venue. And like I said, there's also a theater here. So we do performances here as well as we frequently perform at the Orpheum Theater in downtown Omaha.
Yeah. Well, I know. So your first performance of the season, and I'm not sure how many years this has been, but Momentum, it is different from other ballets, because I know you guys also have the Nutcracker and Cinderella. So, what makes Momentum so unique?
Well, Momentum is so much fun, I think, for the dancers and for audiences because there's really a variety to the different ballets. So this year we have four different pieces on the show. So you'll get to see some really demanding, beautiful classical dancing that's very, exciting, kind of awe-inspiring. Then we have some guest choreographers. One of them created the classical piece. He was one of the co-founders of Joffrey Ballet, Gerald Arpino. So it's really special to be getting to do one of his pieces. We have a piece by Monique Haley, and she's was a professional contemporary and jazz dancer, and her piece is very grounded. It's barefoot, very rhythmic. It's really beautiful. So, you just get to see a whole range of styles. We also have Erin Alarcon, and she's our ballet master who created our wonderful Wizard of Oz production. So she's very talented. She's created a new work that's kind of contemporary ballet. But an interesting aspect is we are really exploring projection art for this piece. And
Okay.
so it's a lot about memory. It's called Fragile Creatures. And so it's exploring kind of that mysterious world of memory. And we're really looking forward to utilizing the projection art to create a special mood for that piece. And then the last piece on the program is called Go West. It's a piece
Okay.
that I choreographed. Originally, it was a collaboration with Jocelyn Art Museum because they had an exhibit by the same title. And so that's where the idea was sparked. And it's just inspired by the spirit and the stories of the American West. So you see lots of cowboys and tumbleweeds. There's lots of yodeling music and fast dancing and some really beautiful moments as well. So that's a neat piece because it involves every single dancer in the company. So it's a
Wow.
very full of energy.
Yeah, I mean, wow, a wonderful kind of lineup, so to speak. And you really do get a little bit of everything. And every year it's just a little different. So it's not, I know all your performances that you have are unique in their own way, but this truly is something that, if you went last year, I mean, you're getting something completely different this year.
Exactly. The setup of the program is similar in the fact that you're going to get to see the work of different choreographers.
Yep.
You're going to see styles that are varied, you're going to see pieces, nothing one piece that's too super long, all kind of shorter works overall as compared to a full-length ballet like the Nutcracker.
Right.
But it makes for a really entertaining evening of dance.
Yeah. And this, is it just one night, October 14th, or is it a couple nights?
It's 2 nights.
Okay.
We are doing Saturday evening and then a Sunday matinee. And those are both at the Hoff Family Arts and Culture Center. And then additionally, we're doing 3 school shows. We call them, they're special student matinees for
Okay.
local school children. And that's something we do with all of our shows, that it's great additional performing opportunities for the dancers, but it's a really important way to bring the arts into the community, and especially to young people, to kind of spark their imagination and hopefully their appreciation of the arts.
Yeah, I remember when I was in grade school going to the Orpheum to see a production of I'm not even, and obviously that was like 50 years ago. 50 years ago, but I remember that, and it really was such an exciting time for me as a child. So that's just really awesome.
Yeah, it's one of the most memorable experiences. A lot of people that we talk to remember when they
Yeah,
got to go, to a performance as a child like that, and it sticks with people. And for us, those school shows are also the most rewarding, some of the most rewarding shows that we do,
yeah,
just because the reaction from the audience is just those kids just react from their hearts exactly how they're feeling. So they laugh, they clap, they ooh
yeah,
and ah, even more than adult audiences who appreciate it. But maybe
sure.
you're just a little more reserved, as adults, as we are, and the kids
Yeah,
really let it show, and it's really
yeah.
fun.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the season, just in general, because of course this kicks it off, and then you've got Cinderella, and then, or I'm sorry, you got the Nutcracker, and then Cinderella is the third show.
Yes, yes. So the Nutcracker, of course, that's a holiday favorite. It's a tradition for many families. And I just love hearing from people saying, like, my grandma always brought me to this show, and now I'm going and bringing my kids, and my mom goes with me, or whatever the story is there. But it's a really something that people look forward to year. And for us, something fun that we're doing that's a little bit new this year is I'm creating a new scene for,
Okay.
it's going to be gingerbread cookies, basically. We're making a big gingerbread house. We're going to have dancing gingerbread cookies. And
Fun.
there's so many great components and scenes from the Nutcracker. And every once in a while, it's fun to do something new,
Yeah,
And so we've been working on that already, and we're having fun with it. So hopefully that'll be something for the audiences to look forward to.
yeah. No, absolutely. And just so the Nutcracker, what are the dates for that?
Well, I don't have it written down in front of me. It's November. We open the weekend before Thanksgiving
Okay.
at the Hoff Center.
Okay.
Um,
I'm looking
around
at
the
your website.
20th. I'm so sorry. I usually have
Oh my
all my
gosh,
dates
well, I asked
memorized,
you
but
a
they're
question
always
then.
so
Yeah,
similar but different. And so I
yeah,
apologize for that. But it's if you go on our website, amballet.org, you will see all the
yeah,
dates. But basically, it's the weekend before Thanksgiving is traditionally when we open the
yeah,
Nutcracker, and that will be at the Hoff Center. And then in early December is when we have
yeah,
our performances at the Orpheum. And
yeah.
so a couple of chances to see it. If you miss one of the dates, maybe
Yep.
the other ones work
Yeah.
out for you.
Yeah. And I'm glancing over this way because I'm on your
Oh,
website, which is,
thank you.
there's so much information here. But the Nutcracker, November 18th and 19th at the Hop Family Arts and Culture Center, and then December 9th and 10th at the Orpheum. and yeah, there's so much information about everything that you do. Let's go into Cinderella, because that third performance that you have that kind of ends the season is always just something. I just always think it's like super exciting, and it's just kind of this, something that everybody just wants to go see. So this year it's Cinderella.
Thank you. We're really looking forward to Cinderella. It's something we've had on our wish list to do for a number of years, and I'm very excited that it's happening this season. So it's an all new production for us, new choreography, costumes, just every aspect of the production. So that's always a big undertaking, but it also allows for a lot of creativity. So it's really fun.
Yeah,
And this performance does have the opportunity for a community cast. So we always, of course, have our professional dancers. We have 25 dancers in the company that come from around the country and do this as their job. So they're very talented. In addition to that, we have roles for young dancers in the community who are training, and they audition with us actually in the summer for both Nutcracker and Cinderella. So we've cast them, and we'll be bringing everybody together. And I think it will be a beautiful production that people can really get a lot out of. So
yeah, no,
we're excited.
absolutely. I want to just ask you a couple questions about AMB School. What is that all about for people that don't know?
Yes, the American Midwest Ballet School is our training school for dance students. So that's anywhere from young dancers, 3 years old, all the
Wow.
way through adults. We have lots of classes for adults too, because a lot of times you'll find people that maybe studied as a child, didn't continue on into it, but
Yeah,
are interested in getting back into it. So whether you're a new adult dancer or you've had training, we have, different levels for adults as well. But it's a really great training program. Many of our professional dancers in the company teach in the school or part of our faculty. And we really provide exceptional training and also just lots of really fabulous performance opportunities for the students as well. They get to perform on the same stage that the company does. A lot of the company serve as mentors to the young dancers.
yeah,
And so it's a great program to train those up and coming dancers.
yeah. And again, so it's amballet.org is where you can find out all this information. And I was a young dancer years and years and years ago. Beth Gaines was my instructor, and I just remember such fond memories of doing that and performing. So for all you adults out there that did that as children, you should, maybe it's something to kind of look at dipping your toe back in.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, people can go to your website to find out so much information about the whole season, how to buy tickets, how people can support you. But let's just talk about that for a little bit. Above and beyond, buying tickets, what are ways that the community, individuals or a business can support American Midwest Ballet?
That's a great question. We are so fortunate and grateful for all of our donors that make a gift in whatever size is right for them. But that financial support really goes a long way to help us retain these fabulous professional dancers. Have our staff design the beautiful costumes, put on shows in the theater, all of those things. And so we really couldn't do it without that generous support from the community. So for businesses, we also have sponsorship opportunities. And so there's lots of different ways that people can support us with a contribution through volunteering or coming to see the show, signing up for a class. We'd love to have you involved in the wonderful world of
Yeah.
dance any way that you like.
Well, Erika, I just want to thank you for joining me today. And again, 14 years, it's been just so great to see your journey. And I think I say this often when I interview you, but thank you for stepping up and creating this and having, all the support. And I know you have just a big group of people that have been involved for the 14 years. And and next year's your 15th. So that's going to be pretty special as well. So
Yeah, it's funny because I can think back and remember when we had our first show, I couldn't believe we made it. We did our
yeah,
first show. Like we're a real company. And then even the second
yeah,
year, I was shocked in a way, like, oh my gosh, we are on our second year. This is great. So now, yes, to be a 14th or looking ahead to
Wow.
15th, it's really, really something. So yeah, we're excited.
All right. Well, thank you again. And again, folks, amballet.org, find out all the information. So, Erika, we will see you on the stage hopefully soon.
Thank you. We will see you later. Bye bye.
Bye.